Hi, this is Scott, Kilo Sierra 6, Delta Alpha Yankee, and we're getting ready to get into June. And of course, in the month of June, last week of June, is Field Day. With Field Day approaching, I know I've got some plans, and I hope you do too. Now, of course, if you don't know much about Field Day, or maybe you know about Field Day, but you haven't really ever participated, I recommend you get out there and do at least something. Field Day is basically an emergency preparedness event for all amateur radio operators where you're supposed to get out in the field, take some gear, operate overnight or at least for 24 hours and try to make as many contacts as you can using pretty much every mode. It's not just about HF. It's also about 2 meters, 70 centimeter. It applies to all bands. So the idea is to take your gear out and give it a bit of a shakedown, see if it works, and see if you need to make any improvements. Now, along those lines, since we're going to be doing Field Day, I thought, you know what, it's about time I do some actual project stuff. I'm still doing a little bit of this and that with the radio channel, finding direction and whatnot. But one thing that's real important is that everybody, HDs are one part of the equation, but there are other radio systems that you need to have in your kit and have available to you. And one of those is something that you can take into the field and get some reach with. And with that, basically we're talking about IMCOM boxes or Go boxes, Go kits, whatever you want to call them. And there are a number of different approaches for this. I've done a couple, and in the process of doing a couple of them, I've made some mistakes. I've done some things right, I've done some things wrong. I actually want to try sort of a new direction with the next kit that I'm doing, and that's kind of what this video is about. It's kind of an intro into what we're going to be, one of the first projects I'm going to be tackling. But the intent is throughout the month of June, what I want to do is I actually want to build a couple of different Go boxes. I want to do some stuff with antennas, field antennas. I want to do some stuff with power boxes and power kits, and try to get as many of these projects out of the way as not only for this Field Day, but as a reference going forward. Like I say, this is gear that I think all of us should have. And you're probably wondering at this point, what's in the box? Well, this is the first project. And this is the first thing I'm going to get into, and I'm going to actually document the build on this. But you're probably wondering about the contents, right? What's actually in the box? Okay, cool. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me turn off the camera. I'll set it up so we can have a look, and I'll open it up and actually show you. All right. So hang on just a second. Okay, here we are. We've got the camera set up, and let's go ahead and pop this box open and see this this totally badass Go kit that I built here. Uh-oh, looks like we still got some work to do. So the whole intent of this project is I want to document this in a series of videos and show you each of the stages of completion as I go through and finish this off. So if you haven't ever seen one of these done before, I won't dig too deep into the ad nauseum of stuff. It'll just be, this step and why it happened, this part and why I got it. But the whole idea here is to build a simple, economical kit centered around a 2 meter, 70 centimeter, 50 watt transceiver. So like I said, we'll go through each of the steps and in the end end up with one completed IMCOM case that you can take out into the field and do FM operations with it. So as we go through the project, as I said, I'll document each phase, and we'll talk about why certain decisions were made, why certain components were selected. Of course, I'll do a review on the radio itself, and we'll just go through it step by step by step. So this will be a project for the next, I'd say week and a half or so in a series of videos. So stay tuned, check in, and the next video that's going to come up, we're going to start with kind of an intro into the type of cases and platforms that people use for these kits. And we'll talk about the pluses and minuses and the pros and cons, show a couple of the kits that I've made and why I've decided this time to go with one of these Pelican type cases, although this isn't Pelican, this is one of those Harbor Freight Apache cases. But there you go, that's pretty much it. So I'll go ahead and bring the video to a close at this point. And as I said, the next couple of videos we'll be talking some more about this subject. So thank you very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. This is Scott, Kilo Sierra 6, Delta Alpha Yankee in Southwest Visalia, California, 73s.